Good afternoon. My name is Miss Dorsey. I'm a guidance counselor here at North Miami Senior High School. Um, I'm happy that you came in to visit with me. Before we get started, I would like to tell you that everything that you said to me today will be 100% confidential unless you threaten to harm yourself, others, or someone that has a disability. Do you understand?
Yes.
Can you rephrase it for me?
The only time you would have to report something is if I harm myself, others, or someone that has a disability.
Okay. I can tell that you're kind of tense right now. Are you tense?
Yes.
So before we start our session, because you have to be relaxed, in order to have a successful session, you have to have a relaxed body. So we're going to do a mindfulness technique. Are you prepared to do a mindfulness technique?
Yes.
Okay, so just undo your arms, close your eyes. So we're going to start by taking a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. Pull it out through your mouth. Deep breath through your nose. Hold it. Out through your mouth. Another deep breath through your nose. Hold it. Out through your mouth. Another deep breath through your nose. Hold it. Out through your mouth. You can now open your eyes. How did that make you feel?
Better.
So are you a little more relaxed?
Yes.
Okay. And your name?
Taylor.
Okay, Taylor. So what brings you here today?
Just been stressed out lately with school and work and everything I have to do, preparing for college and stuff.
Okay. So, and what grade are you in?
12th.
You're in 12th grade. So that is a very stressful year. And are you taking college courses or are you just taking high school courses?
Well, they're AP classes, so both high school and college courses at the same time.
So that can be very stressful all at one time. So how do you deal with that?
I do yoga, which is like a stress reliever. They do like the mindful exercises you just did, breathing in and out through your mouth and nose and stuff like that.
So you do yoga
Mm-hmm.
in order to help relieve some of that stress. Okay, Taylor, so a question, when did you first notice the stress coming on?
When I began feeling like I couldn't handle much, and then I started to feel a lot of heavy on my heart and stuff like that.
And how did that make you feel when you
Not
were
good
feeling
at
like
all.
that? Okay. So have you ever had any type of hospitalizations or anything
Yes.
like that related to the stress?
Yes.
And and can you elaborate on that?
Yes, I wasn't feeling well, like there was a lot of heavy pain on my chest, so I went to the hospital because it was stress related. So they did a lot of x-rays on my heart, but they were saying that it was stress caused symptoms.
And how did that make you feel when you had to go to the hospital in order, like having to deal with your stress?
Like it was a lot, like I shouldn't feel like that.
So did you talk to anyone at the time or did you just hold it in and try to deal with it yourself?
I hold it in and tried to deal with it myself.
Okay. Could you elaborate why would you just hold it in and not want to talk to anyone?
Because I feel like it was mine that I had to deal with and shouldn't put that on another person.
So you feel as if that it was too much for other people to handle, so you just decided to keep it in for yourself?
Yes.
And when you decided that, when did you decide that you wanted to talk to someone about the stress and how you were dealing with it?
When I felt like I couldn't handle it anymore.
And when was that?
Around September 2017.
Okay. So September 2017, that's when you decided that it was just too much for you to handle by yourself, so you just decided you needed to talk to someone in order to get it off. And at that time, were you doing yoga or
Just started at the end of the month.
You just started yoga.
Mm-hmm.
So would you say yoga has helped you in a way to
Yes.
deal with it?
Mm-hmm.
So what causes you to be stressed out? Like, what brings on that stress
Having
level?
a lot of tests and quizzes at the same time in the same span and having to study for them.
So now that you know how to deal with your stress, how would you go by doing it in the future?
Like less procrastination and like studying in little intervals at a time, and then doing more yoga at the same time as well.
And do you have any friends or family that may be going through the exact same thing that you're going through that you can talk to relieve some of it?
I have a lot of friends that do go through the same thing too, and then they feel the same way as well.
And how do they deal with theirs?
The same way, less procrastination and going through intervals of studying at the same time.
Do you have any other hobbies that you do to kind of take your mind off things when things are going wrong?
Sometimes I go running.
You go running. Mhm. Was there anything in before school that caused you distress, or did all this start once you started taking your college classes?
Once I started taking a college classes.
So there was never like any kind of traumatic event that would lead you to stress, or
No.
And Taylor, do you suffer from anything else like anxiety, panic attacks? So you do have anxiety.
Mhm.
Then how do you deal with your anxiety?
Breathing exercise.
And when did you first notice that you were having really bad anxiety?
Maybe after winter break when I came back to school.
And what are some of the symptoms that you have when you're having these anxiety attacks?
My heart starts beating faster, and then I start feeling heavy on my heart again, and then I start sweating, and I just don't feel well.
Does anyone in your family suffer from anxiety?
I don't believe so.
So what I'm understanding is that you're suffering from stress, and you're also suffering from anxiety, and they all have to do with school, and they all begin around school. And was it your senior year, your junior year, or
More my senior year.
your senior year? So senior year can be very stressful because of the simple fact that there's college, there's all these essays, there's all these tests, and you have to do so much in order to get into the school that you wanted to get into. And Taylor, have you applied to any schools and got into them, or have you applied to any schools that you haven't?
I've applied to 6 schools, and I've gotten into 5 out of 6 of them.
Okay. And were they ones that you really wanted to get into, or?
Yes, they were ones I really wanted to get into.
Okay. So you have applied to all your schools. You got into all of the ones that you didn't, but that was stressful, which may have caused anxiety.
Yes.
In order for you to know, like you had to do certain things in order to meet the criteria for a school. Okay. Is there anything else that goes on in your life that may cause you stress? Family issues, relationship issues, or anything like that?
No, it's just all school related.
Just all school related. So you're not in a household where family is an issue. Are they supportive of you?
Yes, very supportive.
Okay. Do you feel as if you can't talk to me or if you can't talk to someone else that you can go talk to your support system?
Yes.
Okay. And who is your support system?
My mother and my father.
Okay. Okay. So your mom and your dad are pretty supportive of you.
Yes.
And you're able to talk to them a little more. Okay. So Taylor, is there anything else you would like to discuss while we're here?
Actually, there is one more thing. When I was little, my parents did separate, and that has caused a lot of trauma in my life because I look at my friends now and they have their parents together, and I wish my parents were together like their parents are now as it's today. And it looks like they have a very supportive system because that their parents are in the same household as them.
And Taylor, how old were you when your parents separated?
I was 3.
You was 3. And at the age of 3, from the age of 3 on, how was the dynamics in your family not having your dad there?
Well, it was more like I had to depend on my mom because I was in her household, so it's always like I ask my mom for things, but then at the same time I have to go and then ask my dad for things, so it's that back and forthness and not having them in the same household where I can just be with them both.
At any time, did you resent your dad or resent your parents for breaking up and not raising you in a functional household?
Yes, I wish they could have just stayed together for me to be in the household, but at the same time, they have their own lives and they have to do what's best for them as well.
So did they ever say that it was a reason behind them breaking up, or have you ever asked them what was the reason behind them separating and not giving you that solid foundation?
I did ask, but they did say that it was just they had their differences, I guess, and I had to respect that and move on with my life.
And how did that make you feel when they said they just had their differences and they didn't want to raise you as a...
I mean, they could have worked through their differences because they had me. I'm the similar thing they had in common, me, which was me. So they could have worked through them.
And are you the only child, or
Yes,
do you
I
have
am the
siblings?
only child.
So how did that feel that you, for one, you're the only child,
Mhm.
you didn't have that functional family that everyone had, and you also didn't have any siblings that you can relate to. Like, how did you feel having to like go through this by yourself with no support of like a sibling or anything
Felt
like that?
alone.
Can you elaborate on it?
Well, since I had no one, like it just closed me in more, and I had to deal with it all myself. And since all my friends had their parents together, it was like they didn't understand my situation. No siblings understood my situation, so I was just here alone.
And do you think that probably led to the stress that you're having, the stress and anxiety that you're having today, maybe?
Maybe because how I deal with it is like myself too. Like I keep that to myself. That all relates back to me feeling alone. So I don't want to put problems on other people because maybe they don't understand what I am going through.
Was there any resentment towards your parents? As like, did you resent one more than you resented the other, or did you dislike your father more than you disliked your mom because your mom was there every day and your dad was there partially?
No, I feel like it was both of their faults.
So as of today, so we're gonna do a little exercise because I feel I can tell that you have a lot going on and that you have some things that you probably want to get out. So we're gonna do this exercise. It's called an empty chair exercise,
Okay.
where you can picture it being your mom, you can picture it being your dad, you can picture it being your stressed out self, and just say some things that you would want to say to them that you can't say.
Mhm.
But this is like your time to release some of that anger and hopefully feel better after you release it. So it takes about a minute,
Okay.
and you just say what you want to say. You can take your time until you feel like you're ready to talk, and then I'll come back and we will see how you feel after that. Okay?
Okay.
So now you're just gonna picture a chair. I'm gonna move. It's gonna be an empty chair, and you're gonna picture whoever you want to talk to, and you can talk to all three of them, and just give them a little information of how you feel.
Okay.
You can start.
Okay. So I'm picturing myself in the chair as a stressed out self. And I just want to tell you that it's all going to get better if you just work hard and do your individual tasks one step at a time and not have so much anxiety and try to control it. Maybe talk to someone, stop holding it into yourself, and just do better. And always push on and work harder because you know you'll do good in whatever you do. Just keep your anxiety low and feel less stressed out about all the events that are going around you.
Okay, Taylor. So how did it make you feel talking to yourself and letting yourself know that, and at the end of the day, everything's gonna be alright?
I feel like at the end of the day, like just like you said, everything is gonna be alright, and I just have to keep reassuring myself that it is gonna be alright in the end because I know me and I can work through anything I set my mind to.
It seems that you have a lot of strengths that will help you get through it. You're very focused on continuing your education and getting over it. You also have other things that you're doing, and I would like for you to keep doing those things like yoga, running, because that helps a lot with stress, that helps a lot with anxiety. So for now, we're just going to continue doing that, and whenever you go home, we're going to give you a little homework. And whenever you feel yourself being stressed, just look in the mirror and give yourself affirmations about yourself, knowing that everything's going to be fine. We're going to get through it. It's only this task. And then we'll do that. But I'm going to summarize some of the things that we did talk about today. And we talked about how school and some of your family problems have caused you to stress out. But it seems as if now you have a good working relationship with both your parents and they're both supportive. But that did do something to you because you're not being raised as your friends were, and you probably sometimes feel a little indifferent about how it is. So what we're going to do is we're just going to continue. Do you journal?
Yes.
So journal is another way to get out your feelings and your emotions when you feel like you can't talk to anyone. So we're just going to continue to do those things that you're doing, which is yoga, running, journaling, and then we're also going to add the mirror, where you look in a mirror and you give yourself daily affirmations of when you feel like you're stressed or you feel like things are getting too much for you. So, anything else, or did that summarize everything we talked about?
Yeah, that summarized everything we talked about. All right.
So Taylor, I'll see you next time.
Okay.
Remember that we're always here for you if you need someone to talk to, because you're not in this alone. And as long as you have people that you can talk to, remember you can get through anything. So we're going to end the session. It was nice meeting you.
Nice
Thank you
meeting
for coming to talk to me.
Thank
And
you.
enjoy your day.
Thank you.